Hello and welcome to Cal Conversations. I'm Beth Hadfield, the activity coordinator at the Center for Active Living, better known as CAL. Today's show is about elder abuse and the march to bring awareness to World Elder Abuse that will be held in Plymouth in June. We will discuss more about this later. Today, I'd like to introduce you to all of my guests. We have Terry Kourtz, Protective Services Director from Old Colony Elder Services. We have District Attorney Timothy Cruz.
Hi, everybody.
We have Sheriff Joe McDonald.
Hello, everyone.
And we have Social Outreach Worker April Thompson from the CAL.
Hi.
Each of these people are going to discuss different types of abuse and ways we can help and try to combat social isolation in our community. Terry, can you explain to us what your job is and what WEAD is and what the acronym stands for?
Yes, hello. Thank you for having me. My name is Terry Kourtz, and I am the Protective Service Director for OCES. And the Protective Service Department at OCS investigates elder abuse, neglect, financial exploitation, sexual abuse, self-neglect, and World Elder Abuse Awareness Day, which is WEAD. It is a day that we promote to gain a better understanding of abuse, neglect of older people by raising awareness of the cultural, social, economic, demographic processes that can affect elder abuse. So we all come together as a community to try and help raise this awareness so that people can know what the signs and symptoms of elder abuse are. So knowing the signs and symptoms are very important for us and for the community to know what to report for elder abuse. So some of the signs of elder abuse are, increased fear and anxiety for an elder, isolation, if they're showing unusual changes in behavior. Physical signs might be weight loss or them, having unexplained injuries, living in unsanitary conditions, not attending medical appointments, having, financial concerns, which I'm sure people on this Zoom will talk more about in terms of fraudulent signatures on things, withdrawals from their accounts, any unexplained activity on their accounts, unpaid bills. Could be signs and symptoms of financial exploitation. So knowing the signs and symptoms of elder abuse is very important to file a report. Once a report is filed, we will make a determination if the report is screened in or screened out. If it's screened in, then it will be assigned to an investigator to report. And we will work with that consumer to try and figure out what we can do on a service plan to help alleviate that abuse by putting in services, by collaborating with everybody on this Zoom in the community to try and figure out what we can do to try and alleviate that abuse. Our goal is to try and help seniors remain in their home as independent and as successful as possible to maintain their dignity. So those are just some of the things for you to know. It's important that we all come together and collaborate as a community. And we're doing that here on this Zoom, as well as for World Elder Abuse Awareness Day, which we're very excited about for this year in June. Thank you.
Terry, I have one more question for you.
Sure.
Who actually makes those reports? Can it be family?
Anybody.
Can it be community members? Can it be the elder themselves? Like, who can
Yes.
actually do that?
Yes, anybody can file a report. Anybody that has knowledge of a situation can file a report. An elder can file. Family members, social workers, nurses, doctors, fire department, police officers, mandated and non-mandated reporting is who we receive those reports from. Sometimes we get anonymous reports, concerning an elder from a neighbor or somebody that is concerned.
How are they followed up with?
The reporters or the elders?
The reports that
Mhm.
are sent to you. So
So
what do
we-
you do? What does your office do to
we-
find out if it's actually happening?
Okay, so the report comes through the centralized intake unit, which is the 1-800 number for elder abuse. It's across the state. It's 1-800-922-2275. You can also file online for non-emergency concerns. And then those reports get sent to the local agencies based on the demographics of the consumer in terms of where they live. And we screen in or screen out those reports. If we screen in, an investigator is going to go make contact with the consumer to figure out what the situation is. And they're going to talk to people about what's happening. They're going to talk to collaterals. They're going to talk to, primary care physicians, the elder themselves, family members, to gather information in that investigation and assessment to determine what's going on. And then from there, they're going to be looking at service planning to help figure out what we can do to alleviate that abuse.
And that 1-800 number, is that for the entire state of Massachusetts?
Yes.
Okay, great. Terry, thank you so much. We appreciate it. We'll be back to chat with you in a bit.
Okay, thank you.
Next up, we have District Attorney Timothy Cruz, who will discuss scams that we are seeing right now and things that we need to be aware of in the community at this time. Welcome, District Attorney Tim Cruz. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks so much for having us today. I think it's really important that every year we do World Elder Abuse Awareness Day. And really in our office, that's kind of every day, really, because we continue to work with our communities, with our Council on Agings, and with our seniors and trying to get them prepared how to protect themselves against individuals who very well may be trying to take what they've worked so hard for their whole lives. Normally when you think of us, when you think of the DA's office, you think of people prosecuting cases in court. But there's really a lot of things that we do that people don't know about. And I think that working with OCES here in Plymouth County and making sure that we continue to protect our seniors with the various divisions and units that we have in our office, because one of the units that we've had for a real long time is our Senior Protection Unit. And that's really to bring, to work together, to bring law enforcement together, social service agencies, concerned citizens, all of us together working to combat crime against the elderly, because as you all know, senior citizens continue to make the most rapidly growing portion of our population. They worked hard their whole lives, and they deserve to be safe. And we need to continue to make sure that we are prosecuting aggressively, investigating individuals who are going after and pursuing after our seniors or who victimizes them in any way. Last year in 2022, we received approximately 106 referrals from Old Colony Elder Services for financial, physical, or sexual abuse against a senior. So we go out and we speak. We talk about a variety of things that we do. We work with Triad and senior centers, like the Center for Active Living in Plymouth. Once again, to protect against financial abuse and exploitation. Did you know that the FBI estimates that last year alone, Americans lost $10.3 billion to a wide variety of internet scams? We've done an awful lot of educational training on seniors, how to protect themselves, how to detect scammers, what to do, and more importantly, what not to do, and who to turn to for help if something does happen. When COVID happened, we turned our presentations to be virtual. And we, through our Seniors Protection Scam Series, we reached hundreds of seniors throughout the county who were quarantined by COVID. We talked about the ongoing scams, and they've remained the same, although they're always tweaked contingent upon whatever may be going in our respective counties. We still have the grandparent scam, the IRS scam, the identity theft, phishing and farming schemes that are out there where people are, the romance scams, which is another issue with our seniors as individuals are trying to take advantage of people who are maybe lonely, maybe alone, and are looking for help, looking for friendship or something, whatever it may be. It's really unfortunate there are people out there who are out there taking advantage of unsuspecting victims, trying to steal not only their money, but just as important, their personal information, which sometimes is more valuable than the money you have in your wallet. So, on the more positive side, we continue to work with our triads, try to bring uplifting programs. We're trying to make sure that our seniors feel engaged and supported. One of the things we've been doing for the last couple of years is our mock trial program throughout our county. We do a mock trial where we make the seniors, they become the defendants, the defense attorneys. They try a case against me. They can't win because that's the way it's set up, but they try it anyways. They do their best. We were in Lakeville just yesterday doing one. And I think we stage a mock OUI trial, and then we have a great conversation with them. And they ask me, is that really what a trial is like? And they have a lot of issues, things they see on TV that maybe we try to talk to them and say, hey, you know what? This is what we're doing here, and trying to make sure people can be aware of what's going on in our community. And in Plymouth, our triad group works great with Sheriff McDonald, who you'll be hearing from in a few moments. Plymouth Police, Plymouth Fire, Plymouth Center for Active Learning, and everybody. I think everybody is working together to make sure that we can assist our seniors, and they understand that a lot of the things that the sheriff does now, the DA does now, we're not your grandparents' DA's office or sheriff's department anymore. We're doing many different things on the front end, trying to make sure that we can keep our people safe. So I'm incredibly proud to work with all of you, for all the work that you're doing, for the people that you're helping, for the difference that you're making in their communities. And I look forward to, once again, the march, and I look forward to further conversation.
DA Cruz, do you feel like more of the scams are happening on the phone, or even in snail mail, we're seeing things? Is there one or something more prominent than others, or they're just going after people in any way possible?
Well, I think it's a fair statement to say they're going after in any way possible, but without question, email and electronic mail is a quicker avenue for them to get at you quicker versus snail mail, things such as that. So, every day, you turn on your phone, you're going to see in your phone people who are reaching out to you with something. And, just remember the old adage: if something sounds too good to be true, it is. Nobody's giving us anything for free. And they try to make it sound, whether it be in the mail, whether it be on phone, whether it be on email, they try to make it sound so good that you're going to do something. And unfortunately, by the time we hear about it many times, they've already given up some money, some cash money, and most importantly, like electronic information. So I think they continue to use the changes. And one thing you should understand is that the scammers that are out there, they may be thieves and criminals, but they're not stupid. They're very smart about what they're doing. They know the vulnerable spots that they can go after, and they go after that, and they target seniors because seniors are more trusting. Seniors believe that people aren't going to just lie to their face, and so that we need to make sure we keep them aware by going out and talking on an educational forum, so they continue to understand that there are people that are there to help them.
Okay, so if they're being contacted possibly by their bank, possibly by their credit card company, what would you tell them is the safest way that they can make contact with those businesses to find out if anything that's coming through to them is actually real? What would be the safest way to do it?
What I would do and what I tell people to do is, first of all, if you get a call at your home, say on a landline or whatever it may be, caller ID. If you don't know who it is, don't pick it up, because if you know them, they're going to leave a message, and then you can call them back. If they're coming after you for your information, make sure that your bank, your credit cards, they've all got your information. They're not going to call you asking for it. So if you have a concern, make sure that you don't give your information to those groups that are reaching out to you. Go offline, call up your own bank, call them up and say, are you calling me? And when, like I said, with your bank or whatever the company may be, they've already got your information. So that should but be concerned about the fact that they're going to try to trick you. And they're really.
District Attorney Tim Cruz, can you talk about some scams and what people need to be aware of and how they can protect themselves right now?
Yeah, thanks, Beth. It's great to be here today on World Elder Abuse Awareness Day, which really is comes up every year on the calendar, but virtually every day is a day to think about and explore how we can help our seniors because of a lot of the abuse that's going on in our communities. What a lot of people don't know about the DA's office is that not only do we prosecute cases throughout our courts here in Plymouth County, and we have anywhere between 18 and 20,000 criminal cases a year in these 800 square miles with 530,000 people. So there's a lot of work going on. But a lot of things that we do in the front end of what's going on in our community and how we can try to prevent issues that are going on. Because one of our units in our office is our senior protection unit. And their goal is to bring together law enforcement, the community, social service agencies, and really concerned citizens together to combat crime and to protect our seniors. Because our seniors continue to make the most rapidly growing portion of our population. They work hard, we work hard, and they deserve to enjoy their retirement in their better years. And so we will continue to aggressively investigate and prosecute individuals who end up victimizing our seniors in any way. Unfortunately, last year in 2022, we received approximately 106 referrals from Old Colony Elder Services for financial, physical, or sexual abuse against a senior. So we need to continue to go out. We speak to community groups. We work to integrate police departments, COAs, elder services into sharing information, problem solving, getting the word out about what might be going on for scams or whatnot. And we continue to do an awful lot of work with triads, with the Sheriff's Department, senior centers, the Center for Active Living in Plymouth, once again to protect individuals from the financial abuse and exploitation that exists. The FBI estimates that last year in 2022, Americans lost $10.3 billion to a wide variety of internet scams. So during these educational programs, we talk to seniors about what to do, what not to do, how to detect a scammer, how to make sure that you're not scammed. And even when COVID came, we were able to make sure and change our presentations to online. So it was a virtual platform. So we continue to talk to really hundreds of seniors throughout our county who were quarantined by COVID and talked about the ongoing scams that existed then and some of the scams that really were tweaked as a result of COVID. We're still dealing with grandparent scams, identity theft, IRS scams, jury scams, phishing scams, farming scams. It's really unfortunate, but there are people out there who try to take advantage of unsuspecting victims, especially our seniors, to steal their personal information and their money. I think on the more positive side, we continue to work with the Sheriff's Department and our triads to make sure we can help seniors feel engaged, feel supported. We continue to do a mock trial program here in Plymouth County. We did one yesterday in Lakeville, and we work with the local police and fires to stage that mock OUI trial, a drunk driving case. And the seniors are allowed to partake, and they are the defendant, they are the defense attorneys, they're the court officers. They all play roles in the courthouse, and I think they really like to learn about the criminal justice system. And when they talk to me after, or if they have questions after, I tell them that, what we do is not like CSI, it's not like Law and Order, and the challenges that we face on a daily basis. But, in Plymouth, our triad works great with Sheriff McDonald, and as well as the jail, the police, the fire, the Plymouth Center for Active Living. We're all here to help you. We're all here to assist you. And we need to make sure that people understand that we're here, we're public servants. And although we in my office may have one room in the courtroom, we also have one foot out in the community. So once again, I'm proud to work with everybody here. We'll continue to do that, and we'll continue to keep people safe.
Thank you. Sheriff McDonald, you have a program called Safety Assurance, and then you wanted to discuss maybe some tips to help keep people safe in the community. Welcome.
Thank you, Beth. And thank you for the time this morning. Welcome to all of our viewers and our panelists. It's a great honor to be here. I do want to echo something that the district attorney said. We're looking forward to our participation in World Elder Abuse Awareness Day. And that, as Tim said, is something that we in law enforcement have to consider every day. We have to be cognizant of these scams that are out there. We need to get the public to be aware of these things, and that is the best way that we can conquer and prevent those scams from taking place in the first place. One of the things that I did want to use my time this morning to talk about is a particularly useful and a free program that the Sheriff's Office offers, and we've offered it for many years. Actually, it goes back to before I was the sheriff. I believe it was Sheriff Peter Foreman that started this program. It was known before as the Are You OK program, which was a great name. It was an acronym, Are You OK. People understood what that meant, but it was copyrighted. So a few years ago, we had updated and upgraded our technological capabilities here within the Sheriff's Office Communication Center. So we were not able to continue using that name, but we did come up with a good name, perhaps not as memorable, but the Safety Assurance Program. And what the Safety Assurance Program does, it's a telephone calling program in the mornings that provides through our communications unit downstairs. a well-being check by means of a phone call. And last year we made over 26,000 safety assurance calls. The vast majority of those without incident or issue. They were great. There were 460 alerts last year and 3 saves credited over that 12-month period. A save is a situation where a client did not pick up the call, results in first responders being notified and medical assistance provided. So I think it's important, though, that people understand a number of things about the program, I think, that make it so great. Number one, there's no cost to it. Number two, people sign up and they can opt out of it at any time if they feel that the program is not something that they need at that point, or maybe they're moving or whatever they're doing. You can opt out of that program at any time. So that's a good thing as well. But I think it's a very valuable program, not so much for the peace of mind that it provides you and the safety that it definitely provides all of our clients. But I ask individuals who may think that they don't need such a program to consider the peace of mind that that's going to give to their friends and their loved ones. That's important as well. So it's a program, I think, that will benefit our clients, but also make their family members and loved ones feel much, much better about their participation in that program. So a little bit about the way the program works. A lot of folks are nervous that if they don't answer the phone, we're going to send the cavalry right out right away. That's not going to happen. Those individuals, our clients, are able to make a list of people, and usually that, and those are the first people we contact, and usually that person or persons are going to be trusted neighbors, close relatives, loved ones that would be aware if something's going on. And the good news is that 99 times out of 100, when someone does not answer the phone call, it usually means that they're, somewhere rounding the back 9 at the local golf course, and that's a great thing. We're happy about that. So that's not really a problem. In the instance where there is a situation where there is no answer, the contact person is unavailable or cannot get a hold of the client as well, we're not going to overwhelm things. We send the services that, we believe, based upon a history and some paperwork that's filled out, what the services that are needed. We're not going to overwhelm individuals. And I do want to note that, I talked about the numbers, the 26,000 calls, but most recently we had a communications officer follow up with a client who didn't respond after several attempts at the safety assurance call and us trying to get them. Emergency personnel, we were not able to reach the loved one, the contact person, because they were out of state at a wedding. And we did send the police and EMS. And thank God we did, because that individual was found on the floor in need of emergency medical services. And they were transported to the hospital and given the life-saving care that they ultimately needed. So that was a happy ending to a bad situation. So that's good. These are the things that we can, we can and should be doing for the community. Again, it's a free service. People can opt in, they can opt out. I think it's something that everyone should consider. And if there are specific questions, certainly you can call us here at the Sheriff's Office, 508-830-6200. That'll take you right to our communications center. And those individuals are very familiar with the program. They can walk you through it or answer any questions that you might have. Or if you want to, you can go to our website, www.pcsdma.org, and click on the link for the community programs, and that'll take you to a page that will describe that and a number of other programs that individuals may want to avail themselves of. So that's, in a nutshell, some of the services that we're providing that I think are important, and I wish everybody a good day.
At the center have information for that program, and if you're interested, you can always stop to see April, who you're going to meet next, and get some information. So next up is April Thompson, and she is, as I said, one of our social outreach workers here at the center. And April's going to discuss some ways to combat social isolation and other programs that social services offer to our community. Welcome, April.
Hi, thank you for having me, Beth. I just wanted to talk today about some of the services that we have here to help combat the isolation and help with reporting suspected abuse. Starting in January of this year, we have a friendly visitor program that we have about one time per week, approximately an hour and a half visit to talk about interests, play cards, games, take a walk, kind of hang out with seniors. This allows us to help combat isolation that the senior may be feeling. This program allows a visitor to keep an eye on the senior and report any concerns to the social workers. And we're currently looking to add volunteer-friendly visitors to our roster. Both men and women are needed. Outreach is available to our seniors in Plymouth when they are not able to leave their home. To get to the center, Cal has 2 full-time social workers. We can go to the home, meet the senior, listen to their needs, make appropriate referrals. We can also reach out to seniors that have been brought to our attention from Meals on Wheels volunteers, drivers, family, or the general public to help with any immediate needs. The Meals on Wheels program is another option for seniors. Deliveries are generally 5 days a week and are a great first check of the day for safety and company. Drivers are still not allowed to go into the home since COVID hit us, but at least it's a short visit, a good wellness check. And the Meals on Wheels drivers are sometimes the only person that a senior sees in the whole entire day. We really rely on these volunteers to make changes and let us know what they see that might be concerning. Social work here at Cal provides services to seniors also, such as helping to fill out paperwork for fuel assistance, senior subsidized housing, SNAP benefits, Mass Health, any paperwork they may need help with. And social work is also information and referral for long-term care facilities, assisted living, Medicare, insurance benefits and secondary insurances, home care, and Meals on Wheels, along with many other issues that come in daily through the phone or just walk in through our front door. Financial assistance can be accessed sometimes to those who qualify through some community partners when available. Social work has worked hard on growing a food program that has been part of the center for years. Bread, produce, snacks, pre-made meals, and many other foods are generously donated to us on Monday, Tuesday, and Friday each week from South Shore Community Action Council. And on Wednesdays, we receive a bread snack donation from BJ's of Plymouth. We welcome our seniors to the building to grab an item here and there and hope that this program helps with the ever-increasing food prices. Seeing seniors and getting them here into the building are great resources for us to be able to build relationships with them, get to know them better. And that way, if there's anything concerning that comes up, we'll be able to notice, a little bit easier and get our attention. We can ask questions, visit, and seek the appropriate help for them. For more information on any of our programs or services, please reach out to us at the Plymouth Center for Active Living at 44 Nook Road. Our phone number is 508-830-4230.
I just wondered, on occasion, do you find that people come to you because they are concerned about seniors in our community? And how do you work with those situations?
So people will call us or come in and plan a visit to let us know that they have concerns about people. It could be anything from the shape of their home that they're in, something that, they seem to not have a lot of money, or their money seems to be going somewhere, or seniors themselves will come in and report family members are doing something to them that seems a little, questionable. And at that point, we would file a report with Protective Services right away. And obviously it goes to them and they handle it from there.
Okay, thank you. I'd like to thank everyone for joining us today. And in the background of everything we were talking about, being elder abuse, we being all of these community members on this show are putting together the march to bring awareness to end elder abuse, which is our WEAD acronym, which is World Elder Abuse Awareness Day, which is held every June 15th yearly. But in Plymouth, we usually do it the next week. For us, it's going to be Wednesday, June 21st. And at the end of this, there will be a flyer that people will be able to see. And they can either call us here at the center to register or scan the QR code on the flyer and register directly with Old Colony Elder Services. Why do we do this march every day? We want to bring awareness to all those people in our community who may not actually be dealing with seniors on a daily basis, but who might have a neighbor, a friend's friend, who they hear speak about, and it may be in a questionable situation. The more awareness we bring to our community, the better it always is, because if everybody has an eye and an ear watching and hearing what's going on, we have more people looking out for our most vulnerable population, which does tend to be elders. So Wednesday, June 21st, starting at 11 a.m., registration will begin at 10:30. We will be walking from Tavern on the Wharf in Plymouth. Depending on where road construction is, will depend on our route, and we already have 2 routes prepared. We would love to have the community join us. There are t-shirts to be worn and ways that we can be loud and proud and protect those that we really care about. So thank you for joining us today with this very serious and amazing topic to help the most special people in our community. And we really hope to see all of you walking on June 21st in Plymouth to help us bring awareness to elder abuse. So thank you all, and I hope you all have a fabulous day.